Hi everyone! So today I'm going to show you how to crochet the half double crochet stitch. Now if you're going to crochet along with me, there are a few things that you need to get ready. You'll need some wool, and I'm going to be using this 8-ply double knit. You'll need some wool, and I'm just going to be using this 8-ply double knit. You will need a crochet hook, and I'm going to be using a 4mm, which I would recommend for this type of wool. And then of course a pair of scissors. Now that we have our materials ready, let's get started. So we're going to start off with a generous piece for weaving in at the end. I'm going to start off with a slip knot, and I like to hold the yarn between my thumb and forefinger. We're going to gently wrap around, and when we come around the second time, we're actually going to go and put the yarn towards the back of that first loop. We're going to take our hook and go under the first loop and hook through the second one, gently pulling it through, holding the two tails while slowly pulling up with our crochet hook. You will see that the loop on your hook is really loose. Just tug gently on the tail that is still attached to your yarn and it will close. Now, you don't want to make it too tight or too loose. It does need to be able to move just gently up and down your hook. So for today's example, we are going to need 12 chains. Now you'll see that I'm naturally holding the hook in my right hand because I'm right-handed, and that my thumb rests on this flat piece. Now not all crochet hooks will have this flat piece, and that's okay, but if you're holding your thumb just sort of generally around the area that's in the middle, that should do it. Now as far as holding your yarn, I like to wrap it around my pinky and bring the rest up to my thumb and forefinger. Now, this is just a general preference. It helps me control the tension, which is really just how tight or how loose you like to crochet. You need to do whatever works for you and what feels natural and comfortable. Okay, let's go ahead and make our 12 chains. So we want to take our yarn and yarn over, which simply means just pulling the yarn over the hook. We're going to work from back to front. So now we've got 2 loops on our hook. What we want to do is pull that first loop through the second one, and that's our first chain, and you'll see that it creates a sort of V-shaped stitch. Let's do another together. Yarn over and pull through. Now you'll see we've got 2 V shapes. Yarn over and pull through. We've now got 3, and it's easy to count and see. We just count the V's: 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to go slowly and finish up my 12 so that you can follow along with me. Okay, that was my last one. Let's just double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now for the half double crochet, we're actually going to start in the 3rd chain from the hook. So what that means is it's the 3rd space or the 3rd V. So we've got 1, 2, 3. So we're going to yarn over, insert our hook into that 3rd chain, that 3rd space, and you'll see that we now have 3 loops on our hook. We're going to yarn over again. We're going to pull it through the first one, still leaving us with 3 loops. Yarn over again and pull through all 3. And that is our first half double crochet. Let's do another. Yarn over. We're going to go into the next chain, so the next space. We've got 3 loops on our hook. We're going to yarn over and just pull through the first one. We're going to yarn over and pull through all 3. Now we've got 2 half double crochets. And again, if you just tilt your work and you see the V's at the top, we should now have 2 V's. All right, I'm going to slowly continue until I get to the end of my row, and that should give me 10 half double crochets. I hold my yarn, when I insert my hook, it automatically yarns over for me. You also want to make sure that you are not working down here close to the end of your hook in the neck area, as it starts decreasing the size of your loops, and you can see the difference already. So kind of keep all your loops together in this sort of thicker area so that your work is nice, neat and even and doesn't create any problems for us later. Okay, we've reached the end of the row, and we're just going to quickly double check. There are two ways you can count. You can count the actual poles or stitches. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Or if you gently tilt your work so that you can see the V's at the top, we can count the V's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so in order to do a second row, we need to make 2 chains. So we're going to yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through. Now these don't count as a half double crochet, but they do help us keep a nice straight edge. So now we're going to turn our work over, and we're actually going to be working in the back. And if you just gently pull, you'll see that it's created some of these spaces at the top, and that is the spaces that we will be working in. So we're going to yarn over, insert into the first space. So make sure when you insert your hook, you have got both loops on there from that V shape. Okay, so now we're going to yarn over and pull through. So you've still got your 3 loops, yarn over and pull through all 3. And that's your first half double crochet in your second row. Yarn over and into the next space. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through all 3. Okay, so I'm going to go all the way to the end slowly so you can follow along with me, and we should have another 10 half double crochets. When you get to your last half double crochet, your last stitch, when you yarn over, the space that you'll be going into will be those chains that we skipped in the beginning. Okay, so now we've got 2 rows of half double crochet. If we were going to continue a third row, we would be chaining 2, turning our work, and then working in these spaces provided. But we're not going to do that today. Instead, I'm going to show you what you would do if this was your last row. So you need to just chop off a generous tail. You were going to yarn over and pull through as if so you're making a chain, except this time you will pull all the way through. Gently tug And that is the end of your project. I hope you enjoyed this video today. Please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below and let me know what kind of projects you are working on at the moment.